Hey everyone, this is Alpha, and this is another training session video featuring Elisabeth Blanchardcroft. I do not know how to say her last name proudly, but I used to call her Blanchardcroft. Blantois. Like, figured out that pronunciation, Alpha. Yes, I will. But today might not be that day. But today is the day just to go over what Elisabeth can do. And one of the things I wanted to start off with is that she is pretty cool. That's not the cool thing. This is. She can reflect blast. Reflecting blasts are a very cool function in any fighting game because, you know, it just means you can counter projectile. So he wants to throw a Reppuken, you just bounce that right back. And then you just do your own projectiles. Right? So it makes Elisabeth somewhat of a good zoner because you gonna have a tough time, you know, throwing blasts at her, even though I am terrible at timing things sometimes. But you can like counter projectile spam because you can bounce their projectile back and do some zoning yourself. But wait, there's more. So, Geese, punch me. Give me a better punch. Okay. Alright, that's a better one. So now we want that one only. Okay. So, that punch is pretty bad, right? It's like right in my face, and I'm in his face. Okay? Well, give me a little more better spacing. Let's see. Right? No, that's not what we want. There you go. That's what we want. Not the shield. We want that. That looks like a little parry counter, right? Well, it is that. So, not only can Elisabeth counter blast, but she has a little parry counter that allows her to get behind the opponent. And when you're behind the opponent, you can do... Oh, that's a little slow. Alright, let's go. Like that, something like that. But you can get the upper hand. Now, I'm not sure they had time to block that. Right? Yes, that's a punish. You see the little punish indicator? So, let's try that again. Let's try to get a full parry teleport, call that parry teleport, confirmed into a combo. So, as you can see, he has a lot of wind up on that punch, so I have time. Too slow. I do want to see. Alright. So, the idea of what we do after that is 1, 2. Well, if I was going to count to 2 only, it would be not that impressive. But 3. Rule of 3. 3 is always better. Everything comes in 3s. So. Oh. I'm a little too slow on the draw there. We gotta draw better there, you know? Nope, too slow, and not the right inputs. It's a punish, but not the one we want. Okay. Okay. That doesn't count, but that's the idea. 1, 2, 3. Is it a timing thing? Oh man, ran into that. So, there are 2 ways you can do the counter. The light one will get you directly behind, and the heavy one will get you a few feet behind them. Let me show you what I mean. Directly behind. Few feet away. One more time. One more time. Directly behind. Few feet away. And with Elisabeth, not a lot of players implement these teleports because, think about it, a fancy punish like this isn't worth playing proper zoning and spacing and footsies. But I want style, right? What's a little KOF without some style? So I want to master that, you know? So I'll do that instead, right? Something like that instead. Because you can get the punish every time, rather than just going for this outright. Why not just press a actual combo here? So with Elisabeth, you have to do the DP motion multiple times. See that? It's like a juggle. However, juggling is not easy. I struggle with it sometimes. Under pressure. Oh man. Okay, that's good. That's 6 hits of standard combo. No meter. But we want to incorporate some meter into that. That's more than just EX meter. Too excited there. But it's cool. Okay, you did incorporate meter, but just not the combo. There you go. Now you can guess where I'm trying to go with that, because with Elisabeth, I'm trying to get max damage here, right? I like to play it either at point, because I think depending on the matchup, this zoning can be annoying to deal with, and their point character has a blast, right? So I want to reflect that. So sometimes when I put her at point, I'm just trying to counteract your point character. But if I put her at anchor, I want to do something, you know, that's damaging. I want to make use of my bar, which that didn't make use of my bar because I didn't use any of it. That used my bar too soon. That's a grab. You know what that looks like. That's a drop. We've seen plenty of those this video. Drops with Elisabeth. Alright, that's a climax cancel, so now you know what it's supposed to look like. So yeah, this is why Elisabeth at anchor is a problem, right? That wasn't even my full combo, and yet that did a ton of damage. It's just my hand is beautiful. DP motion. DP motion. I just can't get it 3 times in a row. Instead I get the super. Come on, I did that command. Did I? No, not quite. Close, but no CR. So yeah, with Elisabeth, I'll tell you guys right now, when picking her up, execution is the name of the game. Be in this training room and execute like this combo 5 times every day, right? In a row, no drops. So like if you drop it, you have to restart the count. And look, if this combo practice, right, or this little showcase in our training session was all about hitting the super, then we'd be hitting like a pretty good score. But we're leaving damage on the table, which is why, like, I secondary her. I don't main her because she's very heavy on execution. Like, I feel like you gotta be able to juggle correctly and not drop them in high pressure situations. I'm dropping it. Why couldn't I do it the 3rd time? Why? Again, if it was all about that, let me try this way. closer, but no cigar. Speed is... And by the way, if this feels a little disorienting, trust me, it can be. Because you're switching sides. It's a side switch. But that's a super that I've always hit. Come on. Execution, execution, execution. So now I'm doing this. I thought I'm pressing it. Okay, hold up. Right? Okay. Man, I really just want to do that juggle combo just to show you how much momentum and damage you can get. Because you're not only getting damage, right? You're carrying them to the corner. That would happen. Fun game at home. Every time I drop this combo, take a drink. And I don't mean an alcoholic beverage because, you know, I'm not assuming everyone who watches this video can drink alcohol, but just take a drink of water, milk. If you want to drink alcohol, go ahead. Be of age to drink the alcohol, you know, and it's all good. Man. So what I'm experiencing right now, and it's gonna happen to a lot of newcomers, right? It's what I call fatigue, right? I'm doing the same inputs over and over again, and it's starting to settle in. Like, oh man, you're doing too much. You're thinking about it too much. I'll be honest. The best way to fight through like combo fatigue is just to keep doing it, honestly. Because one thing combo fatigue is going to like train you for is like long sets when you play online, right? So if let's say for example you're running a marathon, right? And you know, in that marathon you're getting tired, like barely into it. Well, same logic would apply in a fighting game, right? Because in King of Fighters you had to win 3 rounds instead of like 2 rounds, like automatically, because you gotta beat all 3 characters, right? And you're getting tired after like maybe 1 round. Just imagine trying to beat 3 characters. But not just that, what if your character loses? Then give you more rounds. Like, that's assuming you win with 1 character. So it's a minimum of 3 rounds in KOF, because you gotta knock out 3 characters. But if your character loses, that's another round. So that's what I mean by in KOF, when you're facing combo fatigue, like I am right now, where I'm not even getting close to... Okay, there you go. As we talk about combo fatigue and all that, this is the full damage here that Elisabeth is capable of. But back to what I was saying, right? You have to fight through combo fatigue, because in KOF, if you're getting like combo fatigue early in a match, your opponent's gonna see it, and they're gonna be more aggressive, knowing you're gonna drop everything, and it can get frustrating. Maybe sometimes, you know, if you're getting combo fatigue, it's okay to go play zoning. I think that's fine. And I think that with your better execution as you like go through the game in training mode, it will help you in longer matches and longer sets. And like I said, in King of Fighters, a match can go minimum 3 rounds, right? But if your character and their character are going back and forth, if my math is correct here, let's say Geese Billy Yamazaki versus Elisabeth Ash Kukui, and I win the first round. I knock out Geese, but then Billy knocks me out, right? So that's 2 rounds. and then Kukuri knocks out Billy, but then Yamazaki knocks out Kukuri. Now we're down to our final rounds, and we've played I think what is that, 4 matches? I'm terrible at math, okay? So if I'm right, is that 4 rounds? No, I think that's more than 4, right? Okay, Elisabeth beat Geese, but Billy beats Elisabeth, but Kukuri beats Billy. 1, 2. That's like 6. Okay. Point is, right? That was like 6 rounds in 1 match, because you're going back and forth, right? That's more than the average game, right? Because like average games could do 3 rounds, right, as their max. I'm thinking of Tekken when I say that, but the point is, you know, you gotta train yourself to like overcome combo fatigue, and this is where I think, you know, 4th season fundamentals come in, right? So one thing with Elisabeth, you gotta go just master that. This is a long range poke, right? And then boom, it goes into that. That's Elisabeth's, like, my opinion, right? That's your starting point. You want to get this down. See, I only hit 2, not max damage. I'm dropping combos, dropping that money. But if you get that max 3, which it could be max 4 if you're close enough, like max 4, then that's your starting point. Build up your endurance for combos, and then work to this point, right? Work to that point, right? And then you'll see yourself, you know, like stop getting combo fatigue, like as such so quickly, and your sets and matches will go much smoother because you're just being like, yo, I'm on a roll, things are going great. So another thing that I like to do with Elisabeth, right, is utilize some of her rangy moves that push her forward. Her hard hit, look how, okay, that pushes you back. Everyone has one of those. I should make that clear, right? Everyone has this hard hit. Well, Elisabeth is a straight roundhouse that pushes her forward, right? You want to take advantage of that spacing, that zone, and boom, right? If done in the corner, right, like this, no, right? Doesn't work. But that does. So you keep those supers handy, because a dangerous anchor Elisabeth, like last character, will make use of any hit to connect into a super, and then you just watching yourself get comboed. And by the way, I am not even maximizing Elisabeth's combo juggles in the corner, and I won't try to, at least in this video. This is just like the fundamentals approach and how to like keep your pacing with Elisabeth, because Elisabeth isn't typically trying to be here all the time. She wants to be mid-range, so if she can get this going, right? Because the first one's just like, oh, did you jump? Did you move? Oh, okay, you staying still blocking? Cool. And then if you're throwing a blast back at me, I'm a reflector back at you. So Elisabeth wants to play the mid-range game, and then, you know, like, if you have an opportunity, combo, of course, because we're talking about things that push her forward. Look how far that pushed her! I'm in the mid-range. Hold up, let's go. Wait, not to the center. Let's move back a little. Here. You're getting hit by that, right? If you're reckless, if you're just spamming random buttons, geese, right? That can counter me, right? Okay. But if you're not careful, like, I can just mix it up and still hit you with things that are in my mid-range. That's Elisabeth in a nutshell. She's a mid-range character, and if you're poking randomly, her range is really mid-range good, like fast, good, hard hitting. So I think with Elisabeth, like, you want to take advantage of your opponent's like thought process of, man, she's not doing anything but this, and they're gonna get frustrated, do a dumb jump in, and this is an anti-air. Why does it reach so high? I don't know. But geese, jump at me, right? Alright, well, not just jump at me, but geese, Do that. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Right? Of course, we're not in the right range, but no, you need to get your arm out. He barely got off the ground. That was deeper into the jump, right? Still counters it. See that? It's a very effective anti-air. Comes out really quickly. And I'm doing the heavy one, by the way. That's the light one, right? Peace. I waited, he was really deep, and I just did the heavy one. It's still anti-air. So Elisabeth is someone that can make you frustrated, throwing a bunch of projectiles that seem like they're doing nothing. This comes out very fast, the second one, right? Because, like, you know, slow. Oh, that's slow. That's fast. So, like, Elisabeth is mixing up her speed, her timing. She's like, you know, baseball analogy. She's like a very Greg Maddux-like pitcher, right? Changing up the timing, hitting corners, and, like, just keeping you off balance. Can she blow you away with her fastball? Sure. Doesn't need to. Because, like, she's playing the zoning game and can just clip you. So, like, if she's clipping you like this... Oh, look! Sorry, I dropped the combo. My brain farted. But we're talking about her moves that move her forward in that mid-range area. And she just clips with that, and now she's going in. Out the corner. You like the corner, geese? You wasn't expecting to be there from like the middle of the screen, but there you are. And I just clipped you with a kick. And that's what I'm saying. Like, Elisabeth, one clip and you're done. One clip. It can go into maximal combos and you're done, okay? It's terrible, but I love it. As her as an anchor. But what about Elisabeth as a point? Well, we're going to use the same fundamental plan, right? So I'm going to knock my power guys down to 0 permanently. Permanent 0. So the same game plan applies. You want to be in this mid-range, roll the blast. But Geese is smart. He's wise. Reppuken, double Reppuken. Let's get that timing down. Oh, okay. Is it... Okay. Reppuken, let's say we jump over one. You can knock back an EX one. Who cares if it's EX? The reflector's that good. So you're playing your mid-range as a point. You want to build your meter. You want to have fun. You want to, you know, practice your fundamentals. Hey, clip them here and now and then. You can clip them. Look, he's about to throw a blast. Oh, I mistimed it. Oh no. But I got blast. So now we're... So now he's going to blast right back. Nope. So let's say I'm going to jump in. We're playing a little mid-range, right? But you can't EX me because my reflector beats it still. So now he's thinking we're playing this blast game. And it's nice. But now he thinks we're playing the blast game still. And now I'll go in. That's not a combo, but I'm in now. So as a point character, because she can play the blast game with a reflector, so they can't play the blast game, you can then have your path in. And I think that's, you know, Elisabeth, and like, if she needs to be here to finish off people, that's where she can struggle a little bit, right? So let's say, you know, Athena is, in my opinion, like a tough matchup for Elisabeth, or just one that Elisabeth is going to look at and be like, we're doing the same thing. She has a reflector, I blast, she blast. Her blast travels across the screen. Mine's have a limit, right? So mine's is more spacing oriented, where hers is a traditional fireball. Traditional fireballs keep going until they fizzle out or hit. So now Athena, like hypothetically speaking here, can be a problem, because now I'm kind of forced to get out of my mid-range a little bit and try to get in. Try to get in, poke in. Pokes are important with Elisabeth, right? So if you poke, you can go into that. If you poke... Oh, that actually combos. Nice. No, okay. Shouldn't it combo? That's what I'm trying to do, the DP. Oh. nuts to your rabbits. By the way, let's talk about the fine dress piece. Man, that suit looks nice. But Elisabeth ain't no slouch. She has fashion. Very British, maybe? British? But isn't Ash French? So French? Elisabeth and Ash are French, right? They're best friends. But the point is, I was trying to... right? Just... try to do a combo into a DP, but... there you go. 1, 2, 3. So you can keep pushing them in the corner with those two combinations of DP. Well, that's the, that's backwards Hadouken motion, so down forward. So 1, 2, no. So lead again. So as you can see, there you go. I'm struggling a little bit here. There you go. That's a combo. There you go, right? By the way, that's hard for me to do because like it's very tight links. It has to be one in succession, right after the other. So don't be ashamed, like, yo, man, I'm having trouble doing those. It takes a lot of time and practice, and I'm not perfect at it. But you want to get as close to perfection as possible. Practice makes perfect. But yeah. So you gotta play your footsies if you're forced to get out of your comfort zone of the mid-range. So to wrap up Elisabeth training sessions, right? There's not much like, of course you want to maximize as much damage as you can, right? So that's the argument with Elisabeth. Like you saw, she can do a pretty hefty damage in the anchor roll, and that is by using all your meter, and then you want to just maximize and not drop these juggles, right? If I had the meter, I could have done that, but I don't have the meter. So with Elisabeth as an anchor, I want to just stress, you're focusing on just trying to like not drop those juggles, man. And if I had an EX meter, you would have hit the EX meter. Yeah, I saw the combo, right? It takes a meter. Very focused. One drop can be discouraging. So I would encourage with Elisabeth as an anchor, practice those juggle confirmed combos. Just practice them. And even look, is it practical? Like these punch, right? Is this practical? Honestly, it's not really practical. I think that's just for style. Because if you play a better footsie game, you won't even need to do this. But always sometimes, man, if you need to pull out something like a rabbit out of your hat and they're predictable and you think you can get it, just do it, right? 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 As Beast would say, right? Predictable, and they becoming predictable, that's when you style on them. And then you kind of like change up the momentum here. I don't even think I can punish that with... hold up. I don't think so. I don't think that move has enough lag. But the point is, like, if they throw something like that, which is punishable as we can prove, and it's coming at you, I'm running into it. Then punish it, because they're predictable and you can style on them. And then you can go into your juggle confirm as an anchor, Elisabeth, just fine from there, because Dave was just mashing a button. But another thing for Elisabeth, now we're going to shift into point Elisabeth, play the Spacey game hardcore, right? As anchor, you can kind of like try to like be aggressive to hit those juggle confirms and get the kill damage. But in point, you have no meter to start a battle. You're building. Do this. Do this as often as you can, because as you can see, Elisabeth is slowly creeping forward. Well, she was, right? Am I wrong about that? Oh no, you can slowly walk behind it. That, right? As you can see, I'm slowly creeping forward. It's hard to do that. Well, you can slowly creep forward. It's really hard to do. But that's what I'm saying. Like, these blasts are not, you know, just for show and tell. I mean, you're just creating space and trying to set up a positioning where you're in the mid-range and he doesn't even realize you're in the mid-range. So you can just poke and get these pokes in at this mid-range. And then when you finally get in after one of those, you have meter to convert one of those. So with that being said, I think that's a good point to leave off on. Thank you for joining me for Elisabeth's training sessions, and let me know in the comments what you think, what I can improve on. Maybe I need to train harder with Elisabeth to maximize my damage. But with Elisabeth, I like to play my mid-range, and if I can hit a powerful combo in the anchor position, I will. But if I'm in the point position, I'm trying to just poke and blast. Poke and blast. And if I can style on them without running into Geese's fist, I will style on them. It's fun. So, have fun playing Elisabeth, guys. She's a great character, very, very powerful with her damage. I would say she's top tier, so if you want a top tier character, but the only barrier of entry is execution, and if you think you can master execution and that's not a flaw in your game, Elisabeth is for you. She rewards good execution, you can juggle with her, and her combos are very powerful and rewarding. Plus, she has good mid-range tools that push her forward, so you can get the jump on your opponent. There you go, that's a better word. So, now for real this time, I'm Alpha. I'm signing off, and thank you for watching. Later.